Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play 2 Worlds 2. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, there were more side quests, some of which I still can't do because I still don't have access to the area involving them. And also, just really quickly, I just wanted to see... Oh. Yeah, I thought that this was going to be a bow staff, not just a club. You know? Like, you look at it, and you're going, okay, alright, this could be interesting. But no, it's yet another club. Little bit of sadness out of that, I won't lie.
Okay.
In which case, I can break it down for 2 steel. Well, let's break it down for 2 steel. Or not steel, iron. I still don't get how the hell we're working only with iron at this point in the game. But anyways, we have some mages to say hey, hello, hi to. So maybe we should go say hey, hello, hi to them. Continue their plot. I want to keep it. I just want, you know, bleh, just want it known. I don't have a hatred of things locked behind main story. Matter of fact, sometimes that's better for the story because it makes it so as, you know, you're doing the story. Just, man, I was really looking forward to going into the Swallows and seeing what the hell that's like.
I can't see you now. I'm afraid I'm quite overwhelmed.
Dr. Anaya, it's urgent. One of your students, Angie, gave me the impression you could help me.
Angie did? Oh, yes. I suppose I can find a few minutes for you. Though I hope your relationship is platonic. She's very busy with school.
That's none of your business.
She's just a friend. So, you'll help me?
Why, of course. The least I can do for someone who helps my students is to listen.
I'm looking for information on a student who was enrolled here about 20 years ago.
Is this about the creation of the Swallows?
The Swallows?
The Verita waste outside the city, formed by an unsanctioned student experiment. As research is quite difficult to perform in such a deadly climate, nobody knows for certain why it exists.
How do you know so much about it? You're so young.
Thank you. But truth be told, I know little more about it than what I've just described. It's a taboo subject, I'm afraid. A failure of the faculty to monitor their students. I may be able to direct you to someone who knows more, but I can't imagine it would be much help.
Why do you say that?
I'm only the dean of the Faculty of Nature, a relatively weak position, hierarchically speaking. Quite simply, I'm not sure dropping my name would be enough to convince him to speak with you.
The faculty here must really mistrust each other.
No, it's not that. Because of the incidents of the past, we just can't be very candid with outsiders. And despite what some of my colleagues will tell you, there remain some serious problems to this day. There's a rumor that a male faculty member recently assaulted a female student. And as I've heard, it wasn't the first time. Over the past few years, some of our best and brightest girls have abandoned their studies with no justifying reason, and on extremely short notice. I'm beginning to suspect why.
Did they report it?
Not directly, but I know my students. You learn to ignore lapses in effort. But the more I look... When I confronted him, I nearly lost my job. He's one of the old boys club, a circle I'm not a part of. Now there are rumors circulating that I tried to seduce him.
Tell me how I can help.
The university can't afford another scandal, but perhaps you could convince him to retire, if you take my meaning.
Brr, you got it.
I'll take care of it.
Very well. This must remain discreet. His name is Rhodius. His office shouldn't be difficult to find.
Sweet, sweet murder, gonna murder a pervert, gonna murder him, something fierce.
Snooping, are we?
Wouldn't dream of it.
The boss has his eye on you. Watch your back.
What kind of person threatens an honest citizen?
We both know there's more to you than meets the eye.
Just who does your boss think he is?
Tread carefully. The boss watches everything you do.
And I'm not even sure who the hell the boss
I
is
swear
supposed
he's
to be.
been selling answers to the tests, too. How does he get them, I wonder indeed. I can't accuse anyone without proof, but I suspect he may be buying them from someone on the staff.
Hi.
Any luck, or was this an empty gesture?
I'm still working on it.
Hurry, or you may not be able to find them.
But, oh, right. You were the, yeah, okay. Wasn't expecting to find him outside of his usual station. Also, I'm not entitled, oh, this guy's the office. Gonna do a murder. Ooh, nice potion. Ooh, nice potion. Ooh, nice fruit. Proteus, eh? Got a couple of words with you. Words are as my sword.
Oh, come on!
How dare you enter without permission?
You must be Professor Rhodius.
What's it to you? I don't have time for new Ashos's rabble.
Let's just say I'm a voice for someone who doesn't have the courage to speak yet. I think we both know you've been more than unfair towards your female students. Don't reach for your staff. Try anything sudden, and you'll force me to make it hurt.
What are you saying, man? I'm one of the most decorated and respected teachers at this university. My ethics have never been called into question. I'll bet you've been sent by that envious bitch Anaya, haven't you?
Doesn't matter. You're not talking your way out of this.
Wait, listen. Anaya lied. She's been trying to destroy my career ever since she was hired. She can't stand being under the authority of men, especially one so respected in the mage community. Whatever she's paying you, trust me, I can double it.
I don't want your money. I'm looking for some information.
I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm listening.
You won't regret it. Not a word she's told you is true.
I never mentioned the professor. You did.
Oh, no more of your semantics, so I may enjoy the fruits of my labor as would any man in a position of power.
Not helping your case.
Can you tell me you wouldn't do the same? Surely you understand.
Where's the murder
Think
button?
hard about what you're telling me, Rhodius.
The way I see it, these girls would sell their own parents to get ahead. You wouldn't believe some of the carnal offers I've had from my female students.
I need a
over the
murder
years.
button.
2, 3, 4 at a time. Mostly I simply refuse. But I am only a man. I do have needs.
Murder button.
Or I never touched her until she asked me to.
So you and the student did have a relationship?
Of course we did. She wasn't the first. Young minds are so passionate, yet so short of what makes one wise. This was a price she was willing to pay, and it was a fair exchange. We both got something we wanted. Now, you want to talk about a criminal? Look no further than your friend, Professor Anaya.
What about her?
She not only takes advantage of students, she even recruited several into her own brothel service. She's turned a pretty aura on the side. Look into the Black Rose Escort Company if you don't believe me. Did you see her dress? Smell her perfume? You think she can afford that on a teacher's salary?
What about you?
Why doesn't anybody know about this?
Of course they do. But not as many as you'd think. I only found out once she approached me with a business proposal. Anaya was under the impression I could recruit her new talent. You can imagine how quickly I refused. Do you still doubt why she has animosity towards me?
God to help you if you're lying to me.
Why even have the health bar? You're not a resident. God damn it. Here's the way I see it. She's hiring people.
Hey!
And the way that he keeps on selling it, fine. Answers.
Oh, you again. Hello.
Seems that academia isn't your only calling. Why don't you tell me about your work on the side, Doc?
Whatever do you mean?
I know about the brothel service. You recruit your female students to accompany your male clients, and then reap in the profits. Did you really think I wouldn't find out?
It's not like that. Please, you must believe me.
No? Then explain the Black Rose.
You've been misinformed. Please, just listen.
You've got an uphill battle with this one, Doc.
Will you just be rational? For the love of the gods, just hear me out.
See, here's the thing, too. In these stories here, we got her who is hiring people, hiring the students, and earning money. They're doing so, I'd only assume, willingly. I need to look into the Black Rose to see this for certain, but this is face value here we're talking about. And then we have the other dude who, although claims to be very honorable in his mentions, I suppose. I'm not sure. That the students are coming to him, although that's still very gross in the, teacher-student way of things. Ugh. It's a complicated thing.
My patience has been worn very thin by all this running around. Tell me the truth, or you can consider this a lost cause.
The Black Rose service is mine, and yes, it does provide outside employment for some of my female students who have trouble paying tuition. If you think you're doing them a service intervening, trust me, you're not. Rhodius lied. Their involvement is strictly voluntary.
There you go.
Is that so?
Would I be able to operate my business otherwise? New Ashos is a city, but it's a small one. Everyone knows each other.
So you don't force them to work for you?
Gods, no. I'm telling you. Rhodius is trying to divert your attention from the severity of his crimes. I believe the girl he took advantage of is finally willing to talk. Will you speak with her?
That seems like a good idea.
Very well. But only if you promise to be gentle. She's a fragile bird, and one wrong word could set us back weeks. Remember, ultimately we want her to speak out against Rhodius.
Don't worry. I'll be gentle.
Then, in that case, it's Angie. Tell her I sent you. I implore you, be delicate with her. It begs saying twice.
Again, I'm just gonna say, I could have solved this whole problem like 5 minutes ago with a sword through his face. I tried to solve the problem with a sword through his face. Game wasn't letting me do that. Alright, first off, where the hell is the Black Rose here? Because there was the King's Court, Palace, a summoner residence, David's there. Yeah, yes, thank you, David's there. Entrance to the Lion. Most monsters. Wait. Wasn't this one? Which one was this one? Bonsai Garden. Oh, I gotta go back to this dude over here too, because there was a thing with the guy at the docks. Probably would have made getting here a lot. I'd say easier. But let's be honest, it was funner getting here via water walking. Dang, I was kind of curious about this Black Rose place. Oh well. We're going to talk with Angie, right? Wait. What quest are you pointing me at? Execution still. Hopefully I'll be able to get to that. Most monstrous mind. Rhodius claims Anya isn't quite the same she is. Anya says there's more to her than meets the eye. Don't know who to believe. Anya is saying the student girl Angie will confront the truth. But Rhodius' monstrosity, I should find her. Okay. Also, I'm just gonna say, if she ends up dead, I know exactly who I'm pointing my sword at. Scumbaggery might be afoot.
I remember you. I saw you earlier.
Angie, listen. Dr. Anaya's requested that I speak to you about Rhodius and the Black Rose. I need you to be truthful. A lot of people's lives could be ruined if you're dishonest with me right now.
She told you? She promised she wouldn't tell anyone.
Your secret's safe with me, Angie. But I don't see anyone else working to resolve this. You're going to have to take a risk and trust me.
I suppose. If Anaya did, maybe I ought to as well. Rhodius did force himself on me.
My sword?
He invited me over under the false pretense of discussing an exam I failed. I don't think I need to explain what happened next.
No, that won't be necessary.
I've thought about ending it. Taking my life, I mean. Dr. Anaya saw me crying. I told her what happened and she comforted me. Even convinced me not to quit the university. Then she told me about Black Rose, in case I did end up dropping out and needed a way to make ends meet. It's not as bad as you think. The girls are treated very well.
That's no life for you, Angie.
Well, perhaps not. But don't be so quick to judge. It's not the kind of escort service you have in mind. Men pay women for their company, nothing more. It never becomes physical unless the girl wants it to. Though I'm sure Rhodius would have you believe otherwise.
I find that a little hard to believe.
Believe what you want. It's the truth. And if you're a girl who doesn't come from money, it can be an excellent way to make connections in the upper class. Not to mention pay for school.
So, Rhodius lied.
Yes. He's a monster. Utterly incapable of sensing another's emotions. He's only out for what he wants. I stole his notebook. Thought it would give me insight into what happened. I didn't make it more than a few pages. It's yours if you want it. If evidence is your concern, it's all there.
I believe you, but I'll need that notebook.
I store the pages in my locker. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh hey, I guess that means I can finally get into Angie's room so I can get that final page. This game got a lot heavier than I thought it was gonna get. Still damn good. It was a lot heavier than I thought it was gonna get. Just gonna... Really? No, I guess she doesn't have a lot to... Oop. Didn't mean to immediately go for this. Ugh. Hey, Rhodius' memoir. Read pages purloined from Rhodius' journal. Not sure I wanna. Wait a second. If that one was Angie's room. I'm very confused now then. Unless the room that I'm thinking about, I've already been to. And I've already got it from there. Do I want to read this? Hey, let's look into the mind of a self-righteous asshole. First off, where's the Chronica Victoris? Oh. It's a book of his conquests, essentially. Saturday the 9th, Elia, sweet little blonde, after Thaumaturgy 101, but just wait, it gets better. Sunday the 10th, Teleco, blonde, just as expected yesterday, didn't even need to invite her, she worried so much about the grade. These peasants, they'll do anything to get ahead. Now that was a refreshing weekend. Friday the 15th, 2 this time, real beauties. Could have fried eggs on those curves. Well, I can't be dishonest with myself. Separately, they probably each get a 4, but together they get an 8. That's a B on the grading scale. Not bad. Good lord. Okay, last bit's more important than his goddamn conquests. Although, he apparently got slapped on the 30th. Which, good. Monday the 1st, explained everything to Jatharius. Told him how Sanhael took the test after ignoring my advice that she study hard. Showed him her practice tests and study guide, all horribly inadequate. He agrees she should fail. Look how poorly she did, Jatharius. Haha, she'll get what she deserves. A life as a seamstress or a serving girl. She'll never be a mage on my watch. That little fit she threw when she found out was quite entertaining, though, and it's ruined her credibility for good. Cool. Sanaya is no longer a student of our fine establishment. Good riddance. Wednesday the 29th. Damn Anea, always meddling in my affairs. I could smell Keshitian perfume from the hall. She's the only one who knows it. Soon enough came the knock, and she stepped into my office, glowering. I know everything, she says. Then came the demands. How outrageous that she thinks she has leverage on me. The insolence in the name she's called me, so hurtful. I provide a service to these girls. Not only do I teach them the arcane arts, but how to get ahead in a man's world. I really wish that they would let me cut off his head. They must use the gifts the gods gave them, and why not? It doesn't hurt them in the long run. I'm sure Annie has taken the position more than a few times to get where she is, so what's her problem? She's nothing but a hypocrite, an actress after my balls. Even if she somehow managed to convince anyone what she says is true, I know Rex will always be on my side, and Rex has the Chancellor's ear. Still, I should undermine her credibility to them somehow before she gets to them. We've got to think of a plan. Oh, dude. Also, why is you still pointing me here? Did I miss something?
What do we have here?
Why are you still pointing me here, game? Here's the angel, she says. She keeps it in her locker. Yeah, and I grabbed those. I have the journal. Unless there's more to it that I haven't read yet, in which case, don't wanna. Huh. Maybe the thing's just glitched, I don't know. Still pointing me there. Weird. Alright, there might just be more journal stuff that I need to read. Oh, his memoir. Right. Sunday 19th, the dream again. I wonder why it keeps returning. It's always the same. Why did I see that dancer from the inn rather than one of the students in one of the dreams? Would anyone care about her disappearance? Excuse me? Something to ponder, something about which to be careful. Sir, what's this about disappearances? Because, good lord, I need you to cease.
Mind your manners.
Game gave me the option to reduce his hit points to all but 1, and will not let me slay the monster.
How rude.
Alright. Talk to Honey again. Anya, where are you? Lecture time. Hello.
Did you speak to Angie?
She appears to be telling the truth. I also recovered some pages from the professor's notebook. I have a much better appreciation for what's going on.
Glad you finally came around. He's done this repeatedly, you know. Angie's not the first. None of them walked away unchanged. Young Lisa, for instance? I won't even tell you what she does for a living these days.
No need. I'm going to put an end to Rhodius once and for all.
Best of luck. Try not to get caught up in remorse. I'd say he deserves the worst you could do to him.
Yeah, I got a sword with his name on it, so why don't we... Where's his office again? I just wanna have a chat. Just a little chat with this individual. Excuse me, don't mind me. Oh, Rhodius. Just wanna have a chat. Just a little chat. Game, please just let me live out the fantasy of slaying the monsters.
Back with more of Anaya's lies?
Actually, I spoke with Angie. Interesting how she doesn't seem to say the opposite of what you did about your relationship. I read that journal of yours too. Cute.
My journal? It doesn't prove anything. Students break into my office every year. That document was reported missing days ago. She's had all the time in the world to alter it. And as I recall, she's adept at forgery.
I wonder if that argument would convince the magistrate. I'll make this simple. I'm ruling you guilty as charged. My offer still stands, but not for long. Leave now and never come back. Unless, of course, you'd rather be a eunuch.
Your commitment to these lying thieves sickens me. What a fool you are, young man. For shame.
I just gave you my word I wouldn't kill you. But I never promised to leave you in one piece. Don't push your luck.
You wouldn't.
I've been trying. No.
Enough! I'll tolerate no more.
Then do it and quit whining.
Right. You win. I'll hand in my resignation at once. Have you no compassion?
You clearly don't.
You're not in any position to be asking for my sympathy.
Fair enough. Tell the doctor. She's won.
I will. And if it's any consolation, I won't come looking for you, as long as you stay out of New Ashos.
I'm not gonna say that I still want to murder you, because it's obvious I would still want to murder you. And I've been trying, damn it.
You got trouble minding your own business.
I don't see how it's any of yours.
It's the boss that's interested. He likes having peace and quiet around here. You're upsetting the balance.
I think you've got me wrong. I'm just passing through town.
Well, you're shit out of luck then, aren't you?
I don't take kindly to people that constantly threaten me. Not saying, just saying. Oh wait, I want to speak to Anya. Boop. I'm good at video games and remembering where I'm trying to go. Absolutely am. Hey, Anya.
Any progress with that monster?
You'll never hurt another female student again. He's going to resign.
Well, that's wonderful news. I'm not convinced the proper justice has been served, but considering the circumstances, it will have to do. You've done Angie a favor I'm not sure she can ever repay. Nor I.
You could let me mine your knowledge of the university a little, like we agreed.
You'd do better to talk to Dr. Lavarius. I hate to send you off on another wild Grom chase, but I fear I simply don't have sufficient information to help you. I'm sorry if you feel this is an affront. I had to do something to help Angie, and no one else was willing to take her side. I do hope you understand.
I can't say it puts you on my good side, but I see why you did it.
Quite a bit of auras. Alright, now where's this Dr. Lavarius? Really quickly, I just want to speak with him before continuing my... What am I doing? I'm rather happy with the outcome. Honestly, I would have rather murdered him at his desk, but game wouldn't let me. He directed me to one Dr. Lavarius. He's supposed to have the information. I better find him next. Dr. Lavarius! First off, are you pointing me out here, game, or... You are pointing me out here. The reason why I wanted to go through the entirety of that quest, despite the fact that dude was very much painted as a monster the entire time, was mostly because it's a very complicated system, very complicated topic in general. And honestly, I didn't want to immediately go for his head, despite the fact that he clearly had no remorse for any of his actions. Ah, hello.
What's this?
You're not one of my students.
Sorry.
Dr. Lavarius. I was directed to you by Dr. Anaya. She's under the impression you could help me find some information.
What exactly are you looking for?
Someone who can tell me about a former student here, who would have been enrolled about 2 decades ago.
I see. But I'm afraid I may not be quite the person you're hoping I am.
Were you not one of his professors?
Perhaps.
Perhaps?
I can't remember. At first I thought maybe enough time had passed. I have nightmares. But when I wake up, only feelings. Sadness.
I'd appreciate if you tried.
I've tried many rites. There is one that perhaps, just perhaps. But that doesn't matter. I can't perform it myself. And I wouldn't know who else to trust.
You can trust me.
It's extremely dangerous. It would require a mage, far more powerful than most of my colleagues. Attempting it without support might be possible, but not without great risk. Sometimes, I wonder just how much I've lost. My personality, my favorite books. I need to know.
Just tell me what you need.
I'll perform the ritual. Just tell me what you need.
The rite consists of 2 stages. First, one must cleanse one's body with a potion, which I have here.
To your future.
To my past.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go ahead and call an episode here. When we return, hopefully I will have come down a little bit from this last episode. Again, I didn't want to immediately, point the finger at him because it is a very complex situation and a whole lot of he said, she said, and all that fun shit. The best you can really do in such a situation is trust the victim when they actually have proof. And she had proof. And though he had claimed that, oh, she could have tampered with it the entire time, you know, it's quite damning proof. That's a lot of tampering she would have had to do to alter them their entries. Just saying. So, yeah, that was, yeah. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series as much as I swear I'm enjoying playing it. And as always, I hope to see you folks in the next video. Take care. Cheers.